Okay, so the last card, portrait. Going to use the masking tape as well. So we're going to put a stripe on. So I want a stripe to go down this side of the card. So measure it if you feel like you need to measure it, so it's nice and straight. I don't know whether that was long enough. Oh yes, it was. I'm just doing this by eye. You might want to do it measured. What we're going to do is we're going to put some water down on it. I've got some water here. It has got a bit of green in it, but I'm not worried about that. So we're doing wet in wet this time. Okay. So we're wetting the strip, and then we're going to put colour into it. My design desk here is slightly angled, so it will drop like this. So if yours isn't, just lift up the top of your card and let it run down slightly into that wet colour. Use different shades of green and just let it run down naturally like this. Let it bleed together like that. Shall we put another colour in there? Shall we? Let's put a bit of red in. Just put it in dots. This is another thing you can play with and have a bit of fun. Okay, nice technique. Once it's run as much, if you need to tilt it, like I said, just tilt it, but you'll get more mixing as a result. Okay, and you can dry it off with a hairdryer if you want to speed things up. Right, you can see how that's been affected by the drying process. The watercolour dries a lot lighter than it does when you put it down. So think about that with the colours that you're using. Make sure you put enough colour down to make an impact. You can always put another layer on if you have to, but try and get it right first of all by putting enough pigment on. Okay, so on top of this we're going to do a candle. So make sure that that's completely dry. It's still a bit wet there, but I'm aware of it. So I'm going to draw a candle. So nice basic candle shape. Make sure your pencil's working first. I'm just going to draw it in really lightly because I want to do my candle in yellow, and I don't want the sort of pencil line to show through necessarily. So the candle goes there, and then I've got a couple of baubles there and there, and then I've got a holly leaf coming out, another one coming down there, a couple of berries, and another few bits and bobs, but that's roughly what my design's going to be. So wetting wet again for your candle. Put the water down into the shape like that. Do the flame as well with a bit of water, and then we're going to put the main colour in, which is a yellow. So again, just drop it in, wetting wet again, nice and strong. The flame can be stronger than the candle body itself. Okay, like that. A bit more intensity in the flame. Just going to put a touch of orange. If you haven't got orange, cadmium yellow and cadmium red mixed together will give you an orange at the top of the candle. And then on the left hand side of the flame, I'm going to put a bit of red and a bit of orange, like this. Okay, then you can take that down into the candle itself. Okay, there's your candle. Before you do anything else, dry it off. Right, I've just dried this off, and I saw at the bottom that I've got a bit of a puddle. If you get that and you're frightened of it going everywhere, just take a piece of tissue or paper towel and just soak it up. Can you see? Like that. Alright, now baubles. I'm going to do my baubles blue, I think. Or should I do them red? No, I think I'll do them blue. So I'm just going to do these wet on dry. That's a bit wet there, can you see? So I'm just going to dry this off with the hairdryer. There we go. Otherwise it would have run and I would have found myself in a mess. So I'm just going to paint these baubles in. Oh, see? See, that's what happens. Still wasn't dry enough, but I will rectify that. So into there with your blue, and I'm going to do them both blue, I think. Both the baubles blue, like that. I'm going to leave them with slight marks on them, and I'm going to pop some purple in. So just a bit of purple, just to give them a little bit of interest, like that. Take that round there. I will rectify that, I'll show you how to do it, but I'm not going to fiddle with it. Most people want to fiddle. Don't fiddle, but I will dry it. Okay, couple of sprigs of Christmas tree sprigs coming off, I think. So nice line like this, and then just some spikies like that. Okay, same again. I'll do one down here, nice and loose. Just make sure you come to a point at the end of it. And to cover that up,